Hey all, welcome back. I'm Jonathan Hirsch, VP of The Binge and host of the weekly show Crime Scene. This is day 3 of our investigation into the unsolved 1987 Arkansas murders of Don Henry and Kevin Ives, known collectively as the Boys on the Tracks. Yesterday I told you that Don and Kevin were found dead on a train track covered with a green tarp. So 3 weeks after the boys died, the state medical examiner, Dr. Fahmy Malak, ruled it an accident. His explanation was that Kevin and Don had smoked so much marijuana that they passed out into a deep sleep lying across a railroad track. How much marijuana? Malak's findings suggested the equivalent of about 20 joints, which, first of all, doesn't square with a single dime bag they found on their possession, and most importantly, doesn't square with the science, because there are no documented cases of marijuana-induced comas, especially not with whatever these teenagers in Arkansas in the 80s were smoking. So Kevin's mother, Linda, sat in Malak's office and asked him to explain how stoned her son supposedly was. Malak apparently walked up to a blackboard, wrote 100 at the top and 0 at the bottom, and stood there tapping on the chalk at the 100 marker. And she was like, 100 what? And he finally just said, units. Units of what? Let's try to imagine the scene again. There's these two boys lying side by side, soldier style, right? If they were so stoned, why were they laid out perfectly like that? So that's the official story the state asked everyone to accept. Marijuana, an accident, case closed. The families were incensed and in disbelief. Can you imagine being in their shoes? Their son's torn to pieces, and the medical examiner is out here like some comic book villain telling you they had 100 units of weed in them. There is so much more to say about those autopsies, and we don't know everything that we need to know. So I'm going to come back to that. But for now, let's review what we do know. Don and Kevin are good friends. They meet up on Saturday night. They go out spotlighting at around 12:15. At 4:15, an engineer sees these tarps covering the body. And authorities arrived at around 4:40, and they were identified the next day. 3 weeks later, the medical examiner is saying they got high and passed out. Something is not right here. Follow me as we unpack a new element of this case each day. And if you have information on this case or theories or places you think we need to be looking, leave them in the comments. DM me. I have been amazed by the outpouring of information I've already received in the short time that we've started this series. You can also email me at boysonthetracks@gmail.com. Let's go find some answers, and I'll see you tomorrow.